Hey everyone, this is Invisible Jung over here, and today we're going to bring you guys another video of Axe-Boy. And yeah, I'm having lots of fun with him right now. And in today's video, we are going to be using the similar persona that we have done in the last video. If you guys haven't seen the last video, check it out. And the replacement here is that I have sort of replaced Confined Space with Insolence, and everything remains the same with Berserker and Control Freak with no detention. And in today's video, it will be about the very first time I faced a Wildling, Wildling or whatever. It just came out today, and I'm very curious to see how the Wildling would fall into the meta. How does it work in a team? And here's the footage of my very first match against Wildling. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the match. Okay, so right now we are going to be in the match mode. And in this match, we're going to be in the Red Church map. And as I'm walking around trying to look for survivors, the hog is going to shriek, which removes my tinnitus. And this is, I think, one of, if not the most interesting aspect of the Wildling is the fact that it can remove a hunter's tinnitus for 10 seconds. Because every single hunter carries tinnitus to determine whether there is anyone in that area. And if there's no tinnitus available for a hunter for 10 seconds, the hunter may make a misjudgment of whether there is a survivor in that area. So I cannot wait to see how this can be used in competitions. And here I'm gonna chase after the Seer, which is RY's original. And I actually run into him quite frequently because this is like the 7th time that I faced RY original in the match. And I'm gonna try and hit RY's original with a soul, but unfortunately I'm barely gonna miss. And I'm gonna hit the Wildling's Hog one to get my presence up. And you can see there's no attack recovery because there won't be an attack recovery if you hit the Wildling's Hog, so that it will not be too powerful. And I'm just gonna ignore it because the Wildling will be hard to catch. And yeah, Wildling is a strong kiter. And you can also see that I've replaced I've replaced Blink with a Peeper because I think that with the Axe-Boy souls, adding with Peeper makes it more powerful because you can hit people with souls more easily. And here, with the Peepers, I managed to spot the Doctor's location and managed to hit her. And I would not have put that one off if I had Blink instead of Peeper. So I think Peeper works more with Axe-Boy, but I definitely need to try that out. And here the hog already got off the Wildling have already got off the hog because the Wildling cannot stay on the hog for too long, and there will be a cooldown. But regardless, once the cooldown is over, the hog will be at full health again. And unfortunately, there I just barely missed the Doctor, and then I got stunned. But I have to admit, I got lucky that I won because you can see that the Doctor lagged and sort of got pulled back. And as a person who lags frequently, I definitely feel bad for the Doctor that she lagged, but unfortunately, I just had to do my job. And I'm gonna chair the Doctor over here and gonna be prepared to camp her out. And I'm gonna try and hit the Prospector with the soul, but this time the lag worked in their favor because you see that the lag sort of pulled the Prospector back and caused my soul to miss. And yeah, with Peeper, I also can immediately determine which direction the survivors are going, so I'm definitely going to try more Peeper. And here I knew that the Doctor will vault over the window, so I aimed where I think the window is, and I got that one right. So now the Doctor is going to go down. And here you're going to see something interesting, because as we all know, the hog cannot stun people, meaning that the hog, the Wildling supposedly cannot save someone off a balloon, but actually they can. If the Wildling bump the hunter into an object while the hunter is ballooning a survivor, then the survivor will be saved. Yes, the hunter will not get stunned when they got bumped into an obstacle, but during the process, when the hunter is ballooning a survivor, if the Wildling bumps the hunter in an area, then they will manage to save someone off a balloon. And this is only possible when the hunter is ballooning a survivor. So if you want to play Wildling, take note of that because this will definitely help you to save someone. And yeah, which means that when ballooning a survivor, the X-Boys or any hunters will still have to be careful. And unfortunately there I missed, and I made a massive mistake over here because I waited till the last second to hit, but unfortunately I was waited for way too long, and the Wildling saved before I hit. And here I believe that had I attacked earlier, I would have managed to camp the doctor to death, until the doctor gets eliminated, but I didn't. It is what it is. And the doctor's gonna go down in the pallet, and this is going to be painful because the Wildling is ready to stun me and to bump me into an obstacle, and the Prospector is ready to stun me with his magnets. And X-Boy tends to struggle against the Prospector from my experience, so this is gonna be annoying. It's kind of as annoying as when the Enchantress just came out and trying to balloon someone in front of a Prospector and an Enchantress. So I did what I could do, and is to bait out all the Prospector's magnets, but then the doctor got back up, and I had to go and chase her again. And I missed the soul, but thankfully I still managed to get the doctor down. And I'm gonna aim after the Prospector, and I got lucky again because the doctor blocked the Prospector's path, and I managed to hit the Prospector immediately, because yeah, it would have been a disaster if the Prospector ran away, and I'll have to try and chase after the Prospector to ensure I can balloon the doctor. And I think the Wildling made a misjudgment because he thought that I'm ballooning the doctor, and he placed the pad down, meaning I'm finally free to chair the doctor. And I'm gonna also chair the Prospector because I missed that soul. And now the Wildling will have, now the RY's original have to be the one saving, because the Wildling cannot save, because you cannot save someone when you're riding a hog. Therefore, I can hit the Wildling twice without any attack recovery, and then hit a third hit onto the Wildling itself. And RY's original is gonna save, but I still managed to hit the Prospector, and you can see the Wildling pushed me a long distance with his hog. And I think this is going to be useful when kiting a hunter, a teammate is kiting the hunter, and all of a sudden the Wildling uses his hog to push the hunter in a long distance. And I'm gonna chair the Prospector again, and I'm going to be prepared to attack the Wildling because the Wildling got off the hog, meaning there is around a 20-second cooldown. I'm not sure exactly how long. And the peepers are also going to help me to locate them so that I can hit them easier with the soul now that I have my level 2 ability. So RY's original is going to save, and I hit off RY's original's owl, and I'm gonna immediately to go after the Prospector, and he ran to the right to dodge my soul, but it doesn't really matter because I still managed to hit him anyway. And here you can see that while I'm ballooning the survivor, the Wildling managed to knock me into a wall, meaning that he managed to save the Prospector off the balloon again. So this is how you use Wildling to save others off a balloon, and it's definitely worth a try. And I'm gonna hit the Wildling's hog, to force the hog away for a short period of time, so the Wildling cannot no longer save the Prospector off the balloon. And I'm gonna chair the Prospector the third and final time. And with the with the Prospector gone, there will only be the Wildling and the Steer remaining. And I've heard that someone messed the calibration, so I went after the person over there. And I'm gonna use a soul. I aim a soul at RY's original, and I'm gonna hit him twice with a soul and a normal attack. And while this happens, I'm gonna say I'm pretty glad at how balanced the Wildling is. The Wildling's hog can do a lot of things, like block hunters' tinnitus to make them make a misjudgment, and push the hunter away, and kite around, and they can save someone off a balloon. But on the same time, the Wildling's skill is game-changing. But with a game-changing skill, there's also a game-changing debuff, because Wildling's decoding speed is the slowest in the entire game, with a 40% decoding debuff. I'm glad a game-changing character has a game-changing debuff, because like all the strong characters in early games, such as Magician, Coordinator, Mechanic, all have a game-changing ability, but then they also have game-changing debuff. But when the Enchantress just came out and she is broken, she has little to no debuffs at all, and this makes the survivors pretty strong. And here, like with the Wildling, you can still go ahead and like do game-changing stuff, but then like using Wildling will also potentially backfire. And you can see that just now, like while I was camping, I made a massive mistake, and I actually camped terribly and allowed the Wildling to stay RI's original and half health. But to be honest, at this point it will be pretty hard for the survivors to turn around, because there's no one left that can touch a Cypher. So I'm gonna down Wildling, and I'm also gonna down RI's original over here, and it's pretty much game. So this is my first match against the Wildling, and I am glad how balanced he is, and his abilities are strong, but he has a debuff, because I think that if there isn't a Wildling and another character just now in the game, I think all Cyphers will be done. So you have to be careful when using a Wildling. And this is going to be my sharing, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next time. Bye!